Hey, this is Noogie from Gardening Tales Guides, and we're going to go over the new Conquest and what's changed and what you can expect. So the primary thing here is that we're now 86 rather than 83, and we have relics, so we're going to do a lot more damage, take a lot less damage. So that's kind of a big boon, right? So the monsters here don't get above level 86, and they start off at 75. So, 70 actually. There's not really too much different about the system. Like, your primary bosses are the exact same. You've got Chrome that's basic, Arabelle that's dark, you have Elvira Bloom that's fire, and then you have an earth version. So all those things are the same. Your other bosses are like Marina, Viper Clan Leader, God, what is it? Hold on, let's just check. Invader Commander and Lava Slime, yeah. So those are your bosses, right? That's it. That's all you got to deal with. Now, I can't speak for what's outside of the other three things, but whatever. We'll get to there in a second. The other thing is there's boats and boat docks. They just take you to slightly different areas. So you beat this one. Boats give you access to that. It's kind of different. Doesn't really change the dynamics. And then the major difference that I can see is that we have 3 different areas to go after we beat Elvira Bloom. And most of the people that watch these videos probably are in guilds that beat the first Elvira Bloom. I'm going to say Bloom. I'm just going to just work with it. Just work with me. I'm an idiot. So, but after that, you get to choose 3 different paths. I don't know how easy each path is to beat. And sadly, I don't know if my guild's going to be able to show me those paths. But whatever. Here we are. This is what we're working with. And that's the current Conquest system. So what I'm going to do now is show you how to actually play with it before you get there. Alright, the second part of this is actually coming from GardeningTalesGuides.com with a feature that I made last Conquest. You're going to go to GardeningTalesGuides.com, you're going to go to Conquest Maps, you're going to do Create Map, and here we have Conquest. We have everything that I can have access to. And if people that are on the KR can give me access to more, even better, right? But when I get access to it, I update the map, which totally depends on how progressive my little guild is, which I'm not very hopeful for, but whatever. So here's the deal, right? Like, we go through here and we're going to plot our path of what we're going to do, and I'm going to explain it, right? So the way the first Conquest ran is, like, every time you get a camp, the camp takes off 1 defense and 1, it's basically like it makes the boss take more damage and do less damage. 2 camps, a very, very progressive guild could take 2 camps and beat Chrome in 3 attempts. Other guilds could take 3 camps and beat them with 2 attempts. It usually involved Noxia, right? So now that we've had relics and a level jump, we could probably do 2 camps on our guild with probably 2, maybe 3 attacks. So let's go ahead and plot our course. And boom, as you can see over here, we've done 26 attempts plus the 2 that we're going to say on Chrome. So that's pretty good, right? Now we can go over here and let's say Conquest Video Map. Let's do that. And now it's saved on the website. We can go back to it. Raids, Conquest Video Map, there we are. All right, cool. So we've got our first area down. It's going to take around 28 attempts. The site doesn't take into account how much damage you do on the boss, so you got to add your attempts in for the bosses. So the second stage, it's a little bit. Remember, if we have to get the 4 camps in the second stage, because if we use 3 debuffers on the boss, like Mayrail, Can, Tenia, Coco, or use a Lilith, Ray, and whoever the hell we want to do, Carol, probably Valencia in this case, we will be able to do 100 million plus on the boss. We were able to 2-shot this boss last time, definitely 3-shot it, but you'll be able to 2-shot the boss if you take the camp. So we know we need to hit these camps. So let's start off here. Oh, right, hold on, I'm crazy. My bad. Alright, cool. So we can see it's going to take us 46 attempts. Now, each of these, that's 40 million, right? On a level 75 boss. We could almost one-shot that these days. Almost, but not quite, right? So you're looking at 2 hits per node. If you wanted to go up and grab the -4 levels, you're still going to take 2 hits per node, so that doesn't make any sense. Yeah, I don't think taking it down to a level 71 is going to get you 40 million so far as I've seen. So it seems like you just want to hit these things and then go do your 3-4 hits on the boss. So we're probably looking at 46 attempts plus the, let's say 50 attempts for a normal guild to get past this point, right? So you're going to definitely beat the 2nd stage of Conquest on the first day if you're really organized and your guild is progressive enough. And then what you don't see here is a little boat. The boat is going to take you over here. So it's going to go whoop over here. So now, in this stage, it gets a little bit more interesting. Now, let me explain the 3rd stage to you. Okay, the way the 3rd stage worked previously is you would go ahead and get every single thing here. You would get every buff because you knew, the reason why we all did this is you knew that once you did this, you would eventually have to, you go and do your area and then we come back through and get those, like we kill everything, we take the nodes and all that stuff like that. So it would just be advantageous overall. But now that bosses have like 60 million, you don't necessarily need all that. So we're definitely, like, this is the one we're not going to need because bombardment, we never really get, what is it, bombardment? Where is it? The missile launcher thing? Where is that thing? Yeah, this one. We don't need this one. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off. This is where we'd have to start. Go over and get this. Still grab the missiles. Now, then that's the other thing. We don't even need know if we need that. Go up here, grab that. All right. I'm going to skip that one over there. Nope, don't want that. So that seems ugly, but you know, that's kind of what we can do. Let's see if we can do it. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that's going to be faster, I think. Instead of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, yeah. Okay, so there you go. Now this theoretically should be a pretty good path. Now we're just, keep in mind, we might go down there later on. It's 3,000 points. We don't know what's in the next area, so that could change, right? We'll probably hit the supply trucks here, maybe. Well, I don't know. But like we don't necessarily know if we need the 30 plus ranger melee. We don't know if that's going to slow us down because that's all right. So we're at 49 attempts here. That brings us. That's like 17 attempts just to get this, right? Do we need that? Because I mean, like we're talking about, like you're able to hit this boss for like 50 million now. I mean, like keep in mind the timer's like minute 40. Your teams are nasty. You have 2 good water teams at this point. You have ranged and melee. Yeah, I mean, like you have options. Like there's a lot of different things you could do. You're gonna put up like a really good player is gonna put up like 130 million with their 3 attempts on this boss alone, which is pretty great. And then you're looking at 100 million bosses, right, at level 80. Well, if you take the 4 monster levels at level 76, 100 million is 4 attempts. I mean, that's a comfortable 4 attempts too. So it's like, I mean, you're looking at, let's say 3 plus 3 attempts, plus 3 attempts, plus 3 attempts. So you got 9, and then you got another, that's already taken into account. So you got 9, so you're basically looking at like 58 attempts plus this. I mean, it's very possible to just be able to just conclude this really quick, right? Like four real good players could knock out of a Vibrant with very progressive accounts. So yeah, this is not that hard. Like you could go down here and that's great if you need to. I just don't know if that's going to be super advantageous this raid, because we're not going to stay in this area. I assume because they made two caves and a boat that we're going to be, as soon as we get past this, we may never come back to it. We may hit some supply trucks and all that for points, but we may never come back to it. So because of the last raid or last conquest, what we did is once we beat Elvira Bloom and we beat all those little supply trucks in that kind of last area, we just kind of came back to this area and got every single tile we could. So we beat every little base to just get as many points as possible. But if they actually made multiple areas to work in, we don't know how far we can progress in both or all areas, you know, so we may never actually come back here at all. Maybe we'll pick off some of these easy ones, but I don't know if this becomes all that useful at that point. But as the KR will show in time, hopefully we can get some maps, and like we can see a little bit more of what each of these areas look like. Because I don't know if my KR guild's going to get there, but hopefully they'll get to some of those areas. That would be really great. So I can just put this up on the map like real fast. But either way, that's kind of where we sit right now in Conquest. And you can take this map since we saved it. Conquest video maps. Go to the site. Go to Conquest maps. Conquest video map. We got it right there. Once again, you can create your own map, right? Create your own path. If you want to do my path, that's cool. If you want to look at it, you want to review, you want to give it to your guild leaders. But keep in mind, my map is based on my guild, and I know what kind of damage output they can do, and I know how, I don't know, dedicated they are. So if I say hit these paths, they're going to hit those paths, and I'm going to get them in a timely manner, and I'm going to get my 90 attempts out of it, right? So it's a pretty good guild for that. And I know like Lula's guild's more progressed than mine, and he's going to go a little bit more hardcore. He's not going to go, he'll definitely be doing 2 hits on that. He'll be doing 2 camps with 2 hits on this, and then they'll probably be a little bit different on how they do this, right? So I'm kind of curious, but it's kind of interesting, and that's kind of the way Conquest is, and that's the way this one's going to go. And I'll probably end up making another video once a little bit more is revealed. And this is the most crucial thing. If you are on KR and you have access to the rest of the map, because you're in a more progressed guild than I am, please, please, please let me know. And I need some screenshots and stuff of each individual node so I can put this up and make it easier for everybody to deal with. Other than that, good luck in Conquest, and give me some comments if you can help me fill things out. I'll talk to you later. Noogie out.